We are live. See you in a minute or two and grab a drink of water.
Okay.
It's so quiet in here. Everyone knows what they're doing, right?
Kicking ass.
Totally.
Who are you people? Where am I?
Exactly.
I would like to welcome everyone to Falcon Forge Fantasy Radio, brought to you tonight by Drop Zone, aka Sasha Gala the Vanguard. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're going to have a very fun little adventure, starting right off with some action, so I hope you buckled up your seatbelts.
Oh, Cappy.
If you want to talk like that, then we can roleplay your discipline right here and now, Missy.
Listen. I was gonna say some shit, then I forgot. I almost forgot we were on stream.
That's why I cut it off there.
Ooh, this song though. I'm in for it.
Screamcore.
I'm saying.
Japanese screamcore. Whenever I think of Japanese like screamcore, I always can't help but hear in my head, Frieza, 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 Frieza.
I always think of my emo days.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. But then I also think about the first time I ever like encountered, I guess, screamo anything in like an anime was a Gurren Lagann. A couple of their fight scenes.
So I'll have a funny thing. I'm not sure if were you ever My Chemical Romance person?
A smidgen.
So
they're so good. I am.
I do music theory and music composition on the side. Like I make stuff when I'm bored, and because of that, I'm playing around with my keyboard and my guitar a lot, and I accidentally Gino myself on the daily. I'm just like playing stuff, and all of a sudden, like, ding, 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 and then I start out and play it through.
All right, I'm going to do a quick roll call, make sure everybody's here, and then we will jump into tonight's session. If you're just tuning into the stream, welcome. This is episode 2 of Vanguard's Vengeance. Oh, and it's going to be exciting. With that said, Drop Zone.
Reporting in.
Davis.
Chocolate on hand.
Sakura.
Wish I had some of that chocolate.
Hobbit.
Oh, hello.
Verna.
Sneaking in.
Yes, sir.
Present and accounted for.
Excellent. Let's not waste any time then. Drop Zone. Thanks away with that recap.
Well, last time we were introduced to the Vanguard, an elite group of warriors who were tasked with defending the world. And, well, they were in a bit of a pickle, as someone thought it was a good idea to release a metal monster and set off a nuke in the city. But you know, that is just another day for the Vanguard. So as we prepared for what is to come, Saoirse met up with the fool that is Phoenix and got her out of prison, posted bail, if you were so to speak, and is now a provisionally member of the Vanguard. We lost one of our own in that fight, and now she is helping us to right the wrongs and take this monster out for good. We got a great chance to meet our cast, learn of how they act and how they interact, as well as learn of the mission to come. Let me pull up my notes for a moment, just to make sure I have the words right. We are traveling deep into the Chimera spine. We need to get inside to Installation 97, an old base long forgotten, but now taken shelter by this metal god. We need to destroy the power source, render him inoperable, and take him out for good. It will not be easy, but nothing ever is when you're the Vanguard. It just makes it all the more exciting. Which brings us to right now. Or you won't be wondering, how does an elite fighting group fight? Apparently, it's by getting ambushed and separated. How did this happen? Well, we fought through a couple Manticore camps on the way in, and we thought we were doing pretty well. We even found the entrance to Installation 97. Saoirse and Nim went up to investigate, Saoirse always requiring Nim's intellect when it comes to arcane devices. And while we trusted that the rear guard was well protected, we didn't expect the rear to be ambushed to such a degree. And just as soon as Nim and I prepared to engage these threats to the rear, we turn around to see a massive golem of steel and iron staring us down, making this a war on two fronts. Soon to be none fronts when the Vanguard have their way with them.
Thank you for that recap. Go ahead and roll 1d3. Now, campaigns and miniseries, you get a d3 roll of inspiration, which you can use before you roll to have advantage on that for one of your friends. If you are not in initiative, now's your chance to tell me.
Saoirse rolled like shit, but such is the life.
Is everybody in initiative? Yeah, I think.
Everyone except Shadow, but he acts at the same time as Phoenix, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet. So before we begin here, I'd like to remind everybody to do your best to stay in character. Don't be afraid to go above when necessary. Remember to be focused. Get into your role, capture it, embrace it, become it. Just like I'm about to become as the Manticore swoops around the battlefield. He wonders, where's the battle music? And here it is. So the Manticore was tracking Godric, looking and searching for it wide and far. It seems like it's trying to talk. Anyways, it locks its eyes onto Phoenix, flying in this direction. It lifts up its tail and begins to send terrible spikes towards her with it.
Would the wolf do the defense protocol or not yet?
No, it acts normal. They can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, defense protocol. Gotta keep this little twerp alive so that she can turn this place off.
Excellent. The first attack is a 20.
That will hit him.
19 and 16.
19 and 16. Shield. I'm forgetting how much shield does.
21. It becomes 21 AC for doing both of those.
It would make it 20, so he would still hit me.
Well, the first one's being intercepted by Shadow Wolf, right?
Yeah, but I thought you said it took 3 attacks.
Yeah, but the 19 and 16 are after, so the 20 would
Oh,
protect you.
19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misremembered. Yeah, so Shadow Wolf takes the first one, maybe reluctantly, but he takes it, which gives Phoenix just enough time to activate her shield to protect her from the second two.
Excellent. So Shadow Wolf only walks away taking 4 damage, and you take none.
Phoenix smiles. Shadow Wolf's been a little bit cold, so she hopes this is a step in the right direction. Sorry, I was doing sheets. How much does Shadow Wolf take?
4 piercing. I think that was minimum. Nim Tizar.
Captain, I told you don't push the button. Now we have something in front of us and behind.
I'll take care of this one. You get the Vanguard regrouped.
Fine.
If anyone can pull this off, it's you.
Of course it is.
Then let's see it.
Nim's gonna move himself up the train a bit, try and get a better position visually on the rest of the group. Let's see, Zig. Zig can handle herself. Godric. Creature doesn't even know Godric's there as of yet. Phoenix. Phoenix, whatever. And Estrid looks to be a little outmatched for now. What can I do for Estrid? I think at this point it's pretty early still. I'm just going to see if I can attempt to draw one of their attentions.
How do you do that?
Checking distance here, 10, 20, yeah, I'm close enough. The one to Estrid's left, I'm just going to Sacred Flame for now.
Okay. The dumb ogre responds to you with such tenacious speed as the spine forces it to bend in unnatural ways, as it's literally now quite literally doing a handstand dodging the Sacred Flame.
I think we have a problem with these metal spine things.
But speaking of which, you can see that all the creatures have these metal spines that's running right where you'd expect, along the spine. All right, so this manticore looks at you, Zig, and it speaks some type of broken comment. Now, monstrosity. As it attempts to bite and claw at you. I'd imagine a natural 1 misses you, but does a 16 hit you? You're talking, Zig, you're muted.
Can you hear me at all?
Yep.
Oh, I have no idea what the heck is happening. But no, it doesn't hit me.
Then that means 11 doesn't either. So this creature goes to bite you and claw at you twice. But you either physically move him out of the way or dodge, but he's unable to even lay a single attack against you. Phoenix.
For Phoenix's bonus action, Wolf is going to howl. And it does, oh, it's set to GM. I will edit that. It doesn't say that the allies have to see it or it has to see the allies, just within 30 feet. So Godric, who is hiding between the Manticore's wings or somewhere over there, gets advantage on their next attack as well. But Phoenix takes a moment to calculate this Manticore is flying her way. It would be really nice if she could bring this thing down and it could land on the rocks behind her so she could investigate this thing. We will take 2 crossbow shots at it. 18 hit.
Yep.
And her second attack. So, let's say, I don't know where Godric is on this thing, but the arrow lands in the Manticore's neck and then reappears in her crossbow.
The creature curses at you. The bolts that are sticking into its body that are, you see its tail seems to be attempting to mutate into those bolts as they disappear.
That's not good.
Dig, boom, howler.
All right. Does Shadow Wolf have her? Sorry. Is above game, is Shadow Wolf caring for Phoenix right now?
Yeah, it was reluctant a few times, probably on the way here and in the initial fights, but it realizes, for your sakes, more than hers, that it should obey her commands. Oh, if you're talking now, how about I can't hear you? Unless you're thinking.
I don't know why it's doing this, but yeah, crap. Bear with me because this is my first time. So I'm going to bonus action Rage.
Okay.
I really don't... I'm just going to claw him for the moment. The Manticore next to me.
Okay. In your Manticore, you have a Manticore form. Does it increase your size or no? I don't remember. Let me check. What are you, Earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you are the Manticore imitation. For the stream, you guys can see is right here.
Let's see.
Yeah, you become large. So this is it right here. So you want to assume this form or already in this form?
You know what? Yeah, I'm already in this form. Let's do it.
All right, so now you're real big. All right, let's see. Did you roll that claw? Yes, you did.
No, I haven't rolled it yet.
We didn't. You're okay.
Eek! Oh, I was supposed to rage with that too anyways. Do I get 2 attacks or 1 attack?
You get level 8, you get 2.
Okay. So then we'll add the rage onto this one if it hits.
Excellent. As you
I'd like to
go ahead.
state though that at least I don't want to kill this thing. I just want to incapacitate.
Yeah, so with melee attacks, you are allowed to do a non-lethal strike. So
Perfect.
as you rip into this creature's mane, however, during the time while you're trying to tear him and wear him down, you can see that he's got all kinds of little thorns sticking out of it. Some of them clip onto your hands, but you don't take any damage.
Okay. These are bonus actions, and then I'm also. I should probably wait for that one. Yeah, and then the EOT, because I think that's all I can do for the moment.
Excellent.
But bam.
You're up, Shersha.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to risk the top of opportunity. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, I'll take an opportunity. The shield guardian fights like a boxer, up its hands before doing a quick slam with its fist. 19.
It's my armor class.
Punching you for 10 bludgeoning. Continue.
Okay. 25, 30. Bonus action dash thanks to Wild Elf. 10. And then I'm going to take 2 shots at the ogre here. A3 for 13. And 20 for 12.
Yeah, both of those easily connect. All right, as you shoot the machine, it puts up its hands again like gloves, attempting to block, but you pierce right through it with your radiant, hurting it.
And she's just gonna call out, Vanguard, regroup!
Speaking of regrouping, the enemy looks around all the chaos, wondering how they've got so many of their people destroyed. This one's throat begins to unzip. Quite literally, there's a zipper there. And as it opens up, it produces a mouth despite it already having one. You and your forces evacuate the location immediately. Evacuate the location immediately. And it continues saying that same thing as the ogre lifts up its club to smack you. Further, just pushing the narrative that they're puppets and little more.
Question, Falcon, is the voice the same that Phoenix has heard before?
It's generic because it's working off of a installed box, so it's hard to tell.
Okay.
But a 10 will certainly not connect onto you. At least I hope not, Eshid.
Nope, she takes the slightest step to her side as it crashes into the ground.
Godric.
So Godric has a fantasy in his head that he would like to ride this manticore into battle. So what does he get a sense that he could at all control or like navigate this beast at all?
And bring it down to Phoenix, maybe. Be more of a technical thing. Yeah, be more like a technical thing, maybe to adjust the spine.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, because it's got that damn spine thing. Can I look for a way to disconnect it? Like maybe if I disconnect it, it'll be my friend and then I can ride it into battle? Let's try that. Let's go that route.
Sure. It may be difficult to do it, but since it's not expecting you, I'll give you advantage on the ability check. I think you have it on attack roll. I'm not sure about ability checks.
Yeah, attack.
But you're also not proficient in the necessary tools, so it'll just be a flat D20 roll for you at advantage.
Okay. He's gonna give it his best go. Woo!
That's not too bad. You start messing with the coordinates back, and when you open it, you can see just kind of all these shiny buttons and stuff, and you start pressing a few. It doesn't fall under your control, however, but you certainly straight up just turn it off. And as it's naturally going this way, two of you are going to come crashing down over here. As it continues its course as flying in. As it hits the ground, it is going to take the fall damage. Right now, it appears to be incapacitated. 3d6. Whatever I roll on this fall damage, you take half as much, being cushioned by the creature itself.
Which I actually don't take any because of my bad ass. As long as we were less than 100 feet up.
You were certainly, yes. Okay, yeah, you're good then.
So Godric will just stand up, kind of like shake off just a little bit, like shake out his fur, and just kind of like look at Phoenix and just shrug, like, did you want to look at this?
Nice job.
And he'll just start looking for... he's gonna stay here and keep cover on you. He's gonna kind of start looking around the battlefield to try and scope out what everyone else is doing. That'll be EOT.
Speaking of what everybody else is doing, Eshrid.
Estrid looks up at this machine ogre that is addressing her, stepping aside from its blow. She looks at the pair of them flanking her and thinks for a moment. Are these two victims of the plight that befell Icarus? Are they simply... do they know what they're fighting for? Do they have a home? Regardless, she'll push on. She'll slaughter them thousands of times if needed in order to secure her own home safety. Her thoughts are punctuated by a blade lighting up, but it is not the blade of a holy energy. It is a cold blade, made from the same age the horror they fight has come from. She lifts it up and slashes at the one to her left. $17.50.
Both of them connect.
Alright, and then if we've established that she was already mid-combat, so her energy blade didn't require the bonus action to connect.
No, it doesn't.
She'll lash at it twice, and then the moment it staggers back, she utters a quick prayer and heeds her captain's word at regrouping. So her quick prayer will be a blinding light surrounds her momentarily before it solidifies into a more silvery sheen, as she will take the attacks of opportunity backing up. But they will need to make wisdom saving throws if they attempt to strike.
They do, and they both attempt, and they both fail.
The silvery bearer rebuffs them twice as she beats a quick retreat. Is this a cliffside here?
It is about a 10-foot drop, making athletics to get down or acrobatics with no issues.
Okay, well that's all of her movement, so I don't think she would be able to athletics.
If you want to just drop down, you can still give me those checks and move that extra 5 foot.
Well, I also do have the techno armor here. Great armor.
So you can just drop down.
Yeah, she backflips, and the armor absorbs most of the blow as she lands here, a cloud of dust surrounding her. And that is it for Estrid. She stands up and regards Captain.
Looking at you run away after striking it, it attempts to run after you too, provoking an opportunity attack from Zig. If she wants to take it. Yeah, go for it.
Because he's going out of my little area, I'm gonna do a tail spike.
Oh yeah.
The rage doesn't.
Yeah, rage. Whenever you hit, rage applies.
Sweet. She's just gonna kind of see him moving, and knowing that Captain's up there, while she has her fangs in the manticore, or no, her claws. She's gonna kind of just whip her tail out and sends the spikes towards him.
It turns around slowly. But not its body, only its head like it's an owl. Its skin tethering from its shoulders. It's just a carcass machine underneath all that. And it advances towards you instead. And since it's 10 feet up, I doubt you could get an opportunity. So as it tries to smash you, it gets a 16, and you're just... I feel like you got one hand around the manticore's neck and your other hand holding this thing's giant club.
That's what I'm trying to do.
There you go. The Shield's Guardian gets down looking like it's going to drop prone. But as it falls forward, it dramatically shoots into a full bum rush towards the captain. and performs 2 fist attacks.
I
One
use
is
my reaction
Go ahead,
to
do
move 5 feet out of its way as it approaches me.
Oh, of course. All right, when it started to have enough speed still. You see that it actually can't get up to you. Wait, can it? What was it?
It should have been 40 feet away.
40? Okay. Here. 50?
So if it has 45 feet within a hand.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to get up to you. If it couldn't initially get up to you, then it would go up this hill instead. That was my. You can still move if you want though. So new problems for you, Nim. Big Guardian, smash. A 10 misses you, Nim, unless you have your armor class is ridiculously low.
It is not.
But does a critical hit, of course it does, hit you. For a total of 17 bludgeoning.
I can react to that.
Yeah, do it, go ahead.
Hold on, let me get into it. I've got the spirit shield.
Does it require reaction? Yes, it does. You,
Oh yeah, I did. Crap.
yeah,
Never
you
mind.
have to attack. No, you're fine. All right, yeah. So,
17?
yep. 11, 6, 17, yep. Smashing you in your shoulder, unable to keep up with your captain's sheer speed, it redirects to someone that can hopefully eliminate. This Manticore is literally disabled. It's going to get a Constitution saving throw at the end of its turn to try to reactivate. It reactivates. Well, shit. Pretty good roll.
Watch
Oh,
out!
dang.
Still loses its turn. Nim, you're up.
Not cool. Well, let's see. That changes things a bit. Well, that changes things a lot. All right. Well, this thing comes and obviously pounds me in the back of the head, not realizing it was coming for me. I think out of reaction, I'm going to, my hand flips back and places itself onto the metal arm as it was reaching for me. And I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Advantage.
I do.
Oh, nice. All right, you do your damage and you steal away its reaction.
To which I'm going to move away. Just glancing at some bonus action options here.
It tries to take an opportunity attack on you as you begin to move away, but some type of electrical malfunction occurs.
I think Nim kind of runs to the edge of the cliff, realizing it's a drop off into water, doesn't know which way to go, and says, I'm gonna go to Zig. She'll save me. And I think that's gonna be it.
This Manticore tries its best after being embarrassed on its first turn to get the better of you. And it will attempt to get the better of you. As you finally get hit, you're getting hit twice. A bite and a claw, you're raging, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I attacked you 3 times. I missed you once. I hit you twice, and both times are crits. Okay, let's see here. Taking half as much damage, maximizing one of the dice. 4 more damage. The first one will be 17 half. Take 8 damage on the first one. And the second one, you're taking more than that. 15 half. What's that? 7? Yeah, 7 damage on the second. So for 2 critical hits, because you are raging, you're only taking 15 damage. That's not bad.
Oh, thank God.
So the creature.
10 HP.
Yeah, and you had the temp. So the creature's ripping into your shoulders and biting onto you. It's literally its whole mouth is on your shoulder, biting down as hard as you can with all 3 rows of teeth, 6 in total, accounting for the top. And only a little bit of blood's coming out. And it's at the side of its mouth. It goes, "Are you made of metal too?"
Not metal, just tougher skin.
It's embarrassed yet again. Phoenix, you're up.
Phoenix is going to mutter to Shadow Wolf real quick. If I can't subdue it, then you do it. But she's going to run up the back of it and try to investigate the spine where it's going into the body, just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Is there a way to disconnect these things from the mothership or whatever it's connected to?
Excellent. So before you start potentially tinkering with it, that's exactly what we need, an investigation to see if you can discern what you need to tinker with. You look around, it's brand new to you. It has some trademarks that you've seen with other constructs in the past, including Jenkins, but it's difficult to discern. You think you've managed that right in the nape of the neck is probably the core. If you can disable that, you can turn the creature offline.
She is going to sit on its shoulder blades, pull out her tools, and attempt to do it.
All right, if you give me your action, you can certainly go for that.
That would be her actions for sure.
Easy. You got 2 options here, and one of them may be fairly obvious. You can free the creature. It does seem to be a living creature under this control. Or you can put the creature to sleep. Doesn't seem to be any directional functions.
For a very brief moment, player is forgetting the name of it, but Phoenix would know it like the back of her hand. The manticore egg that Sora has that she's named.
The Aether or something like that?
Yeah, that's not it either, but it's close. But she was getting ready to put it to sleep, and then Sora's, just the image of her carrying around this egg runs into her mind real quick, and she decides to try to let it free.
The moment you disable it, the creature starts shaking its head. Where am I?
If I can use the rest of my moment, I will get off of its back.
Yeah, sure. The manticores actually do speak common. And when you, now that you've freed it, it looks around. It's very still monstrosity, and they're typically very aggressive and evil. But in its confusion, it just spews out, "Where am I? Who are you?"
She puts both of her hands up, and if she can nudge Godric to do the same thing. But not your enemy, just trying to free you. Somebody installed something on your back there. Gonna try just helping. She's not the best with words, and given that Shadow Wolf, she doesn't want Shadow Wolf to fight since this thing is talking now, but I would like to roll to see if it can refresh its ability.
Sure.
It does not. So yeah, Phoenix backs up as far as she can without falling off the damn cliff. Paws up, trying to not caused this thing to be angry at her.
Speaking of the cliff, Phoenix, you experience a flashback. Back in the base before you departed for this mission, I believe our captain approached you.
I believe it was out of character. I believe it was the jetpack you wanted, no?
Oh yeah, she has that on her back, right? I was just assuming.
Yeah. Quick flashback as you're kind of falling backward. It was just before they set off. She pulled you aside, and you kind of see her take this satchel and kind of puts it next to you. And she just kind of finishes making sure you had all your equipment, and she looks at you and just says, "Throw this on and try to keep up with me."
That'll be helpful, given I have small legs.
As you return to the present time and you wonder about the cliff, you do remember that you are now equipped with a nice jetpack. You've nothing to fear.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Zig, speaking of fear, the only thing they fear is you.
Yes, they do. Alright, so because I now have 2 of them on me, and I now have Nim over here to protect, I'm just gonna... Oh, frick. I'm gonna bite the manticore in front of me, but obviously I don't want it to kill him. Save me, Mama!
Easily sink into its neck.
Okay, and then I'm going to tail spike the ogre. I got that.
Believe it or not, that hits.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they're not really wearing any armor or anything like that. They only have an AC of 11.
Let's see. Well,
So how do you look? I know you take on some traits of the Manticore, but like, do you got like a massive green mane or something going on? How do you look like a humanoid Manticore right now?
So you'll see the indentations in her skin from all of her scarification. That'll still be on her skin. And then her mane will be, quite literally, it'll be green, but it'll also be the colors that you see on the top of her head, like blue, red, there's a little bit of green in there. She's, I don't know, kind of just looking like a punk rock type of manticore, and it kind of looks a little bit weird for everybody else, but for her, this is normal. So she's taking some of their looks of or questions of, are you a monstrosity too? And she's kind of making a light of it in her head. This is just playing the part for her.
Excellent. And as your tail spikes, pincushion the ogre's face, it doesn't cry out in pain or anything. It just simply takes it. The blood's replaced by a black ichor, a mix of the 2 colors.
Yeah, I feel bad. However, because of him being in close proximity to me, I don't know if I can do this now or not. Can I pick up Nim if he allows me to, and just skedaddle do on out of there?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as Nim's willing to give you his reaction, he could jump right on there with you.
Sure.
Okay. Because so these are cliffs, right?
Yes, they're about 10 foot above you. Or, well, to your shoulders since you're large.
Right. I'm going to pick them up, and I'm just kind of, yeah, I'm gonna place him over here.
So you're gonna fly over with him?
Yeah, and they can attack me. I know I'm gonna be taking opportunities.
Oh yeah. This ogre. Oh, he got his turn back, right? Did she go after or before him? After, okay. So let's have his opportunity back. All right, he's gonna go to attack you. He's gonna miss a pitiful 8. And the Manticore is going to try to bite you, and will succeed. for easily 2 piercing after reduced by rage from 4. Minimum damage on his bite.
This poor thing.
Yeah, he's looking up at you, wondering if he's the Manticore or if you're the Manticore.
I may be the Manticore. I don't know. Let's see. How much was that movement-wise? I've got 5 more feet I can do. I'm gonna reckless. Can I do that? Can I move back and then reckless because I have 10-foot reach?
Wait, didn't you? Yeah, you started your turn attacking.
Yeah. Can I do that even though I stopped and went and picked him up?
Well, you don't have any more attacks.
Oh, don't listen to me. See, this is the first time playing Barbarian. We're gonna EOT here.
No, you're good.
Lets you get advantage on your attacks.
Yeah, that's a good advantage. Yeah.
I'll get it eventually.
Sasha.
Alright, she's gonna fly up. Yeah, I mean, we call it flying, but in reality, she kicks herself off the ground and almost like is using this wind manipulation ability to create footholds as she kind of like jumps up in the air. And she's gonna jump up 10 feet first, just kind of level the ground, and she's gonna take her first shot at the ogre.
I mean the closest one.
Yeah, the injured ogre. I think if I go in a little bit. No, I will just go in that regularly. 13 on the ogre.
Yep, 11 AC on the ogre.
For 8. And 25 for 7.
Excellent. The ogre is on its last limbs. It's going to fall any moment now. Anything else, Captain?
She's gonna go, so that's 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she's gonna just like hang on she's gonna like land on the edge of this cliff here.
Trying to bait him, right?
We'll see who's dumb enough to fall for it.
All right, excellent. This one over here, the ogre, is going to try to just grab at the Zig's legs. Give me an athletics check or acrobatics. But you do have an advantage on athletics check, Zig.
Okay.
You gotta beat a 21.
Dice gods fucking help me. Okay.
You have advantage. Your advantage of rage, yeah.
Advantage. Nope.
So he grabs you by your legs and pulls you up down the mountainside. And as he grabs you over here, dragging you in his grapple, he just screams in your face, slobber and everything falling into your green mane.
I just got a haircut.
Speaking of haircuts, hairballs, I mean. Godric.
Godric takes offense to that. He is very well groomed, he'll have you know. He is going to, with his paws still up, he will have taken Phoenix's lead, and so with his paws up, he will kind of, like, not really go down on a knee, but, like, get a little bit shorter to show, like, how docile he is. And he would say to the Manticore, because he's making an assumption in his head that what we are going to kill, what we're going to fight, is probably the same thing that put that on his back. Whether that be true or not, he's going to make that assumption. And he'll ask the Manticore, Might you wish vengeance on the one that put that on you before you take your freedom?
Looks. He looks down at his body. People say I was made for battle. This body has been through so much. I just want to rest.
That is fair. You have earned your freedom. I don't know that Phoenix can do much more to get that thing removed from you, but you can take your leave now.
I'll leave you with this. There is a machine down the stairs. Some type of little box with little boulders on it. And they always click in the first row of 3, the middle one. And then in the third row, the 4th boulder to the far right. Then back to the top row, the middle one again. There are 3 rows. 9 little boulders on a box. Top, bottom, top.
Godric makes a face like he's committing that to memory and would nod and say, I wish you a restful end of your days. May they be long.
On its turn, it was most certainly probably flying off.
This is why I need to pause the video and watch that again so I can remember this.
So it's 9 numbers if it's 2. 2, 9, 2. It's a little keypad. He didn't know what it was called though.
Okay. My roll 20 is having a moment. All I'm gonna do is just move as far as I can, which my movement's 30.
Okay.
Just towards everybody else, because I want to be able to relay that information before anybody goes.
Do you want to hide with your bonus action, or are you just gonna run up behind the ogre?
Yes. Let's go down and use bonus action to take some cover and try and hide. Try and sneak up on that big guy. So how high up are we?
This drop off this cliff is about 20 feet.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, do you think I can jump that? He's just gonna it looks like it's craggy, so he would just kind of hop down, like kitty hop.
I would let you
down.
acrobatics down amount. So if you want to just kind of like finesse your way down, you can. An acrobatics check.
Perfect.
Okay,
Woo-hoo!
you could just describe how easy it was for you.
It's just like he doesn't even how some people they go down a mountain, they're just scrabbling and trying to find purchase anywhere. He just walks down it like it's normal. Phoenix probably is looking like, how the hell is he doing that? Because he just makes it look like perfect walking. Just a normal day out for just a nice normal little hike. And we'll use bonus action to hide, so he's coming up from behind.
Istrid.
Estrid surveys the sounds of battle from above and sees Saoirse flying back up. She looks over her shoulder and sees Nim precarious on the ledge there. She looks toward the cliff and begins to try to scale it. You said 10 feet, correct?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Would you just have it difficult, or should I make athletics?
It's also slanted. It would just be difficult terrain.
Okay. She grabs the top of it and she hauls herself up as if those lunge pulls that a racer does. As she explodes back into the fray, she'll make a leaping slash at the manticore. And then I don't think I can do non-lethal with the energy blade, can I?
It's a lightsaber.
Yeah, okay. She'll just lay into the manticore once more. As she does this, you see the light around her shatter as her sanctuary shatters, rather. So both of those onto the manticore.
Okay.
And that will be her turn, yes.
The ogre looks down onto you, but it's in such a critical condition that its mechanical bits are malfunctioning. It can no longer choose its targets, though it will target the closest creature, which is the tie between you and its supposed ally. Let's roll a d2 and find the fuck out. First attack is on to you. As it kicks into an overdrive.
It is a disadvantage.
Alright. 17 at disadvantage?
She parries it from her blade.
Excellent.
That works with the lightsaber, but you know.
Well, I think you give it pause, it has to connect. Like, you don't want to slam your hand down on a nail, right?
Yeah.
Its second attack also goes after you. Is it multiple disadvantage or just the first?
It's all attack because of Zig. All attack rolls that aren't against her at disadvantage because she attacked them.
Oh, I thought it was just damage resistance, or is it disadvantage as well?
No.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Spear Guardians. Okay, a 15 would still miss you. All right, this one over here, the Shield Guardian moves its full speed, thinking that it has just enough to get to you. Assertion.
Can I make another dodge?
Of course.
I was just like, as it's coming up, she kind of makes sure it's in position where it can't easily get to anyone else. And right before it's within reach, you kind of just see a bit of a wind, and she does a bit of like a backflip using the gale, and just ends up 5 feet behind it and floating in the air.
Looks at you and unable to fully reach you is forced to either take a defensive option, whether it's already losing the fight, or to dash and hope that you don't get too far next turn. And it will take those odds as it jumps off the cliff, standing just under you. Right as it dashes. This manticore looks to Phoenix and to Shadow Wolf. Good luck. Nim, speaking of luck.
Luck.
I don't know, I felt pretty lucky when I critically hit you. No.
Well, he's gonna, nimbly climb his way up to a little more stable footing here. Surveying things a bit more as time's gone on. Ogre looks like it's hurting quite a bit, and Estrid's still surrounded, so we're gonna try and take that guy out.
Okay. You said the ogre, right?
Yeah.
The ogre fails, and you can describe its last moments alive.
Climbing up over the edge, seeing obviously the tall head of the ogre, not paying any attention. Nim just nonchalantly stretches a hand out and releases a little ball of flame that catches the ogre in the side of the temple as it burns from one side to the other.
It just takes a step back, falls into the river lifeless.
Easy.
Manticore. I don't want to die. But the spine straightens up and its body straightens up and it stops talking and it continues to fight. But its attacks against you are at a disadvantage. A 8, 15, and 19. Does 19 hit you?
It does not. She only barely dodges that last one. Bit close to comfort. She kind of makes a bit of a face as she hears this thing say those words, but her blade remains steady at her side, never wavering. She didn't see Phoenix free the other one, so she doesn't believe there's any way out.
Excellent. Phoenix.
As the manticore flies away, almost out of habit, she wanted to give it her two-finger salute, but she's not quite back to herself yet. So she turns around, looks at the battlefield. That ogre still looking quite strong and involved with Zig. That is her next victim, or I'm not quite sure how you would word it. So she looks to Shadow Wolf, says, "Keep up," touches the strap on the jetpack, initiates the jetpack. It flies over. I'm hoping to come across the back of the ogre since it's involved with Zig, and we're going to try to do the same thing that she did for the manticore. Can I go straight to a Tinker's Tools check, or do I need to investigate this one to see?
It's just same spine, so you tell at a glance it's the exact same spine. Tinker Tools is fine.
Ooh, nice.
That's not going to get into its programming. I think because this one's literally uninjured, you just try to tinker on it, but it just kind of turns around and is actively defending itself against your whatever you're doing.
Let's see if Shadow Wolf's thing renews. It does. He is closer now to everybody. He is within 30 feet of everybody except Saoirse. So he will let out a howl. EOT, Phoenix is hovering about the neck of that ogre.
Excellent. Zig Boom Howler.
Now that I know she's weapon, you know what? We're just gonna still incapacitate. I really don't. It's not furious. I don't have the same affinity for it, but we're gonna incapacitate it, or try to. The ogre in front of me.
You think that oh shit, I'm fucking this thing up.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I just want it.
Your 2 becomes an 8. Okay, we got the math guy here. I forgot.
Thank you.
Well, 21 with the rage rate. Okay. Yeah, you mess up. I was gonna say, if you could pin it down, it'd be really easy for Phoenix to tinker on its back. Because right now it's actively trying not to let her tinker its back.
Well then, yeah. Can I pin it?
You have one more attack. If you're willing to grapple it, you can pin it down, yeah. If you want to, with your second attack, you make an athletics check at advantage because you're raging.
Yeah, I want to try and pin it down, but I am gonna scream out, or Zig's gonna scream out to Estrid. Remember, don't kill the furry ones, please. Just incapacitate them. They can be saved.
Estrid gives you an acknowledgement over her shoulder, but her expression betrays nothing, nor does she say anything.
You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not kidding you. It's furry things. Hello. And then after she says that, she's gonna turn back around and start knocking the ogre down, trying to keep him down. So we're gonna do an athletics.
Okay.
Listen, Zig loves her little furry animals. Okay.
Oh, you're fine. I love it. I just
They're
picture
not
this
little.
massive angry thing. Don't hurt them.
That's the point. Okay. All right.
Athletics advantage.
Ooh.
Ah, the duality.
Duality.
Yeah.
I shall take.
You pinned this motherfucker, having a second crit on the same one turn.
This doesn't bode well for me later on, though. I'm just saying.
We'll be fine.
is all I can do at this point in time in my.
Okay, you did plenty. You crit him in the face, and then you slammed him on the ground.
That way I can. Yeah, because I can't do anything if I'm trying to keep him down. So this is what we're gonna do.
Sasha, Captain.
Alright, well, it's in my face. Ugh. I'll make my attempt to attack it at disadvantage.
Okay.
2 shots at disadvantage from it.
First one connects.
Oh,
Idiot.
that's right in there.
The 13 does not connect on it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright, you two with that.
This ogre is grappled by you, Zig, but it doesn't want Phoenix anywhere near its spine. It's going to use its action to try to break free from the grapple. Means you can give me an athletics check again to maintain the grapple.
Please.
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 That is enough to maintain the grapple. It's a contested check, so there's no set DC. It's whatever it rolls. But it tries to get you off of it, and you just easily slam it back into the ground as it's unable to do anything. Godric.
Oh God.
I am just gonna move, seeing that they're doing their thing, I am just gonna move this way 30 feet and start making my way towards the captain to relay the information I got from the Manticore.
Excellent.
Seems like they're fine back there with that ogre. It's good.
Don't forget you're a rogue. You can bonus action dash to double your movement.
Ooh, that's right. So that actually is what I'm gonna do. What's another 30 feet? I'm gonna stay on this side of the river. So we'll just kind of go. We'll go right there.
And you still have an action because it was only your bonus action. Do you want to do it with your action? You could dodge or you can make a range attack. You have a few things you can do.
That shield guardian's different. Can I throw one of my energy daggers?
Absolutely.
Or do they have to be in hand?
No, they're still daggers. So they have a throne of, I believe, what's dagger? 2060? Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
That hits and you get sneak attack because Saoirse's within 5 feet of it.
Oh, that's right. Let me.
Seeing you coming, as she is kind of like putting this thing point blank in her face, she sees you coming from up the mountain, and she kind of like forces its attention back towards the door, and is giving you a clear shot for its neck, or it's like its back parts.
And Godric is like impatiently, like he needs to talk to the captain. He's got important information, so he's just like, okay, let's just get this done with.
Excellent. Estrid.
Astrid, at this thing in front of her, you see her regard Zig's words as she squares off the space. They kind of almost circle around each other, locking their eyes. She's the first to draw next, as her next attack is an energy long blade.
You have advantage on this attack roll.
Oh,
Each one roll for 20.
Let's see. Okay, no. And then after her first... Oh, wait, no. Darn, I just realized. Okay, yeah. Then she will try to make an improvised weapon attack by bashing her shield into it. So strength and 1d3 plus strength, correct?
Yep.
Non-lethally. No proficiency. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And I choose to maximize one of that dice, so that 2 is actually a 3, so that's 9 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And it has exactly 9 hit points, so you knock it unconscious.
She stands up panting. She's not as young as she used to be, but she still has a lot of fight in her. She stands up and surveys the battlefield and sees the captain squaring off with the shield guardian. And she moves down closer to Godric in case it tries anything funny against her favorite cat sibling.
That ogre is dead. This shield guardian moves 1 foot over here to the water and deliver a 5-foot punch to Saoirse and to Godric, spreading the love.
As Godric is about to get socked in the face, you see Estrid say a word and a blinding glyph appears between the pair of them, which is how I... It's technically a fighting style, but you know.
Okay, disadvantage. So we'll do Saoirse first. Gonna miss. Then we'll try to punch our good Godric here. There's an 18 hit. Disadvantage is 22 otherwise.
18 does hit, yeah.
Okay, so you can use your
So at
reaction.
least
to
on
catch.
half of it, yeah.
So you do, instead of 12 bludgeoning, you take 6 damage.
Okay.
And then Saoirse, I miss you complete with a 13.
Okay.
Nim, you're up.
Nim just walks to the edge of the cliff, jumps off with his tech armor. Can we just wrap this up already?
Yeah. That wait, hold on. Actually, oof, that misses.
All right.
Close. They have the 17 AC. Sorry.
We're going to favored by the gods on that one.
Oh well, then yeah, you hit him.
Oh boy.
Oh, excellent. Again, depriving it of its reaction.
I take the last little movement to kind of just walk off to a boulder. Just sit down on it.
Phoenix.
Hang on there, big boy. We're gonna get you free. Since he's down, do I get to do it at advantage?
It just reduce the DC dramatically.
Oh, okay.
Ideally, they're actively moving and trying to prevent you from using the thing.
That makes sense.
So, the function of this one, if you remember earlier, I had described them opening their throat with a zipper to speak. These ones are far more mechanical than the manticores, which are still living creatures. You've got 2 functions here. You can simply turn it off, which is the same thing as putting the manticore to sleep. But there is no freedom option. You can terminate the contract. Very vague what that does.
We're going to put the ogre to sleep because her thought is that once they take care of whatever's inside, it won't be able to be controlled anymore.
All right, and it is sleep, and while it's deactivated in this way, it will not wake up, so we can take out our initiative.
With that in place, she's going to fly on over to the manticore. I know she can't do it this turn, but at the start of her next turn, she will want to try to do that one, but free it, hopefully, as she did the other manticore. Roll for Shadow Wolf. Does not get it back, but I imagine he will start moving that way. You said it's a 10-foot drop.
I mean, he's a large creature. It doesn't matter for him.
Okay, cool. He's got 50 feet and 40 climb, so he can probably get up onto the top of that one. Looking down, that's as far as he can. Well, if he dashed, he won't be able to do anything. Well, he will dash and put himself on the other side of the captain to maybe use his reaction to defend her if need be. DOT.
Runs by the captain. He's got your back.
Alright. Well, they're all asleep and gone, so she's going after the one thing that's taking, well, still threatening the whole group.
So Zig,
Yes.
you're a massive manticore with a jetpack, so you're literally just a manticore so you can fly.
Hey, listen. I mean, we all got our flaws, okay?
Yours is awesome though.
Right? I shudder to think what I actually look like right now. Okay. Because I'm still in manticore form, we're gonna just fight claw at it. That doesn't hit, I'm sure.
It's trying its best, blocking all the attacks around it. I figure you could reckless for advantage on your attacks if you want to do that on your next attack.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Make your next attack at advantage. Oh. But I got 20 hit points. I think it's the fuck out of this fight. Whatever you max is gonna kill it. So.
You're just gonna you're gonna see her crawling off this cliff and dropping back down, and you're literally just gonna see her in mid-air pulling her arm back for her her claw to start swiping, and you're just gonna see her catch him going down straight from the face all the way down the body, and landing on her knee, and then looking at the captain and saying, "Are you all right, or were things okay?"
You see, there is like some blood kind of trailing down one of her arms, but she kind of like pops everything back into place. Like, don't worry, just a scratch. Vanguard, sit rep. Everyone's status?
Headache.
Hostiles have been neutralized. Is way forward clear?
Things.
Just finished this one. She will free it for when it wakes up.
I don't like what's being done here. These are helpless creatures, most of them, that clearly have no idea what is happening.
Helpless creatures. The
Creatures
giant
that wish for their
lion-sized,
freedom.
winged, clawed, spined helpless creatures, you mean?
Nim, you have your books. I have my furry creatures, sandwiches, Godric. Shut up.
My books don't try to kill us.
And as soon as
I
we
could make
freed
that
that
a
manticore, he didn't wish to kill us. Why would you kill a creature that wishes for freedom? And what do you have against claws? Godric would flex his paws at you.
I have no qualms with letting them go free, but keep in mind, if there's any possibility of it turning against us, we need to secure the mission first. If you saw that it worked, if you saw that the freedom aspect worked, I'm all for you doing so. Don't jeopardize anything for the sake of it.
Quite the opposite, Captain. We actually got important information that I wish to relay to you. The manticore, for Phoenix granting him his freedom, told us there's a box at the bottom of the stairs. Phoenix may have understood him better, but it seemed like there were some numbers to put into a box.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
I think it was his rudimentary way of telling me the telling Godric the passcode.
Well, it was you who gave him his freedom, so I'm sure he wished it for both of us. Hopefully one of us remembered it, but hopefully that will help us at the bottom.
Well,
Yeah, they're all
all's well that ends
victims
well.
of the same thing I was, so I'd rather they be free.
Nim, how bad is it? Do you need a moment?
I'm fine. Where did you go, by the way? I went up the hill and you were gone. I thought
I
we
was
were
trying to lead it the
regrouping.
other way. I was trying to lead it the other way.
Do better.
Excuse me?
Huh. Nim, are you not a grown man that can take care of itself? And we all have your friends here. Your team is here to help take
I
care of
took
you. If
care of
anything.
myself just fine, thank you.
Is that why you ran to mommy?
I didn't run to mommy. I ran to the intelligent location.
Let's go, big brother.
I underestimated
that-
that machine's intelligence. For that, I apologize.
It's fine.
Phoenix is looking down into the hole, seeing if she hears anything, smells anything.
Smell? Nothing. Nothing to smell. But you hear something. The soundtrack for that though.
Oh boy.
The grinding of gears, the clicking of metals, process that just keeps repeating itself. As the stairs look like they're made of stone, but it's all part of the disguise to hide it in the world naturally. You can tell with your expertise that these stone textured steps are actually metal. And from here on forward, you're going to be in an official relic installation.
Alright, Vanguard, group up. Reminder of what we know. This is going to be a fairly deep installation once used by mind flayers. We know that there is going to be destructive bots, swarm creatures of procs and enforcers, but not every floor is going to be hostile. We're going to need to slowly make our way through until we can get towards the power controls. Godric, you're going to need to be getting through the laser grid for us. It'll require a deft hand and even defter feet. There'll likely be larger mechanical, boulder-like creatures that will try to stop us. If anything gets in the way, Zig, that's you. The main goal here is clearing a path to the power and making sure that Phoenix can do her job unimpeded.
Bodyguard duty. Got it.
Some of these creatures' abilities are nasty. There are fumes that it can spew, so be sure to be prepared to hold your breath if needed, and try to be on its flank as opposed to right in front of you. Invisibility doesn't work. If anyone was planning on anything of the sort, it won't be very useful against them.
Can they use it against us?
Unknown. Possible.
In either case, I'll be prepared.
Good. These rays they shoot, if they're powerful enough, it's possible that they can turn you to dust. They do track, but perhaps just a matter of using cover to your advantage to block a line of sight. Do whatever we can to come out of this alive. Watch each other's backs.
I don't suppose one of these non-hostile floors has some soft beds, maybe a nice warm bath.
I don't know how mind flayers like spending their free time, but if you know of what mind flayer relaxation looks like, perhaps you're welcome to partake.
I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Phoenix, a moment.
Yes, Captain.
I'm hesitant to inform you of this because I don't know if it's the right option. I'll let you make the feeling as things are going through, but there's a chance to use the power of this facility against this creature. Overload it. High risk, high reward. If it doesn't get too much power, it'll empower it. But if we can get it to that critical level, well, I think you can understand how a machine with too much power can act. It's possible with the way it's set up. I don't know how it's done. I know it's not easy. If it doesn't seem feasible, shutting off is well and good. But that is an option should it come up.
If I may be so bold, Captain, do you have a preference?
I have a preference of
Seems
succeeding.
risky.
It is. It is risky.
Kind
Judge
of
your
poetic, too.
Very much so. And that's why I'm telling you this, is because I know that you understand the risks of such an operation, but also the rewards. I'll trust you to make the call. My preference is getting the mission done. If we can only turn things off and nothing else, that will be mission accomplished. Anything else we do is good news for the world. Is that clear?
Understood. Yes.
Okay. Job well done with those spine taps.
Thanks.
I'll be up front with you, but I'll need you up close in case we see any more of those mechanisms.
Tell me where to be and I'll be.
Vanguard, form up.
Above game, how are we doing this?
How would we like to
Roderick
do
would
this?
like to go first to be able to be most tactical.
I think that might be you.
Shadow Wolf in the back to protect the rear.
Nim will be right in front of Shadow.
Okay, well then I'll be next to Phoenix.
Alright, I'll let you. You can be next to Phoenix.
Oh,
Do
never
you
mind.
want to be
I
next to
thought we were doing
Godric, or
Doesn't matter. Whoever's whatever
I'm thinking
could
like
be beneficial to.
form a vertically 2x2. So we're gonna have Godric up front.
Oh.
I want Phoenix near, but not very front row.
We should probably have some sort of tanky person up there, because Godric's not the most tanky.
Phoenix is mushier than everybody else here.
Actually, you know what?
Protect
What
our
if-
sweet angel at all costs, our angel
She's
of
in the
death.
middle.
Yeah, okay, that'll be good.
So
Okay.
this is what we're going for?
Looks
That'll be
good to
fine.
me.
Well, if we like meet an enemy and the battle line is like drawn here, is there a way that Zig can get to the front, or can you reach weapons or anything?
Yeah, I can. Well, I have reach 10 foot plus. On top of that, I have that jetpack. So
Okay.
You can get into the air with ease to make room.
yes.
Okay. So as you all descend down the stairs, eventually you arrive at the bottom, probably about 60 feet into the earth. Quite an ordeal, quite a dig into this facility. At the bottom of the steps is just a silvered door. And a small little box next to it. On the left side and on the right side. 2 panels. You think you have the code to at least one of the panels. Maybe it's the same for both. Be kind of odd. What do you guys do? The room you're in, by the way, is a tight squeeze. So you guys are about followed up as you see on this map here.
Maybe we should have talked to the second Manicore. I didn't realize there was going to be 2 keypads.
I feel underprepared for a riddle I wasn't asked. I feel like I have the answer to the riddle, but I don't know what the riddle was. He scratches his ear. Do you think I should just push the buttons?
Well, we have one code.
Well, we can either try pushing the buttons or sit here looking at them.
He's
It's your
gonna
choice.
go Nim's smartass remark. He'll go ahead and push in the buttons, which would correspond to 292 on a phone pad, but are probably not regular numbers.
So what Godric is pushing buttons on that one, Phoenix is going to look at the other one and study the buttons to see if there's any like well, I don't know if there would be finger residues because these are metals, scratches, anything that shows certain keys being used more than other keys.
Either investigation or perception.
Damn.
It's tough to tell. It's so mint, and you don't think there's a lot of traffic, even in the modern world. Lots of people. It's probably only a handful of people using these inputs. So it's just a pad. You don't think you'll be able to hack it or anything like that. It's electrical cord. As you're putting the code onto the right side, and Phoenix is inspecting the left side, you hear a voice from the overbox. Welcome to Installation 97. We're currently in the middle of a hostile takeover. How may I help you? Let's take a 5-minute break.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I feel like Godric does one of those scared cat, like, jumps up in the air, like he wasn't expecting a voice.
Holds your paws in front of himself.
Oh man.
How am I gonna get big in here, though? Is my question.
Can't be that small.
I don't know. We're all pretty.
I mean,
tiny
Shadow
right
Wolf
now.
makes it in, so you might have to let Nim be on his own. Our little baby.
You know, I'm just giving you crap though too when I say that. But like, as Zig, I'm just giving you crap. She'll protect you no matter what, Nim.
Regrettably.
I'll just give you shit for it the whole time. But it's because I love you. Tell you what though, that manticore form's pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time
Yeah,
ever playing a barbarian. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the big thing he might remember, Spiritual Guard Barbarian 1, if ever you're okay with being hit, reckless attack for advantage, or if you need to secure the kill. It means you have advantage on all attacks, but every creature has advantage on you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not
Kinda
always
where
the
we-
best. Like, if you're swarmed, maybe not, but...
Oh yeah. It's kind of why I was waiting a little bit, because I remember Draz telling me something about like if once you're in the thick of it, do not do reckless unless you were okay with being knocked the fuck out. I'm like, okay.
I would say you do it if you need to secure the kill. If they're getting weak, or if they're at high AC.
I can do such things.
Right? And the big thing is, it's actually wasn't a horrible idea to spread your damage, because every person that you hit gets procced by your rage ability, which is they have disadvantage to hit anyone but you. And if
I
they
read
do,
that.
they have resistance. That person that is hit has
It's only the
resistance.
first creature you hit.
First person.
The ogre should not have actually had disadvantage or anything earlier. But I figured I'd just check it. I'll just address it going forward.
First creature.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you're
I
re-
misunderstood that.
I didn't catch it until like it was like 2 or 3 different turns on, and I messaged Falcon. I was like, shit, dude, I don't think that was supposed to happen that way.
I thought it was the first two, but Drop usually knows the rules so far. I just trusted him.
I was so used to Crumb doing it. Maybe I just misremembered.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he usually only hits like one creature.
Yeah.
I'll be mindful of that in the future too. So
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, you're good. It wasn't a big deal. You guys easily beat up those ogres. It wasn't gonna make or break the encounter.
God. But damn,
Yeah, so you
dude.
got your spirit shields. Yeah, you got a good set of abilities.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Ancestor Guardian's pretty cool.
I'm loving it though, because you know how I am. Like outside of games, I'm just a protective person. I feel like this is the perfect character for me.
Yeah, I like Zig. I like all the characters there. They've been really great. We got a drink. Starting up in a minute and a half. Oh, I take that back. I like most of the characters. Starting back up in a minute and a half. I'm gonna go grab a drink. See you guys soon.
Say that about the captain.
So I don't know to be a loud ass and just say, yeah, I'm part of the hostile takeover. I'm here to have a word with the peacekeeper, or if that would be stupid.
I don't know if that'd be the smartest.
Let me talk to the manager.
Go Karen on it.
Yeah.
I mean, did you want to try to fake being IT support?
That would be
Did you turn it on and
hilarious.
off again?
That's what we're trying to do.
The
Do we
thing
do
is,
that old? Do we do that old Borg tactic where you give it like a logic puzzle and just cause the AI to self-destruct? But sorry, go on. I interrupted you.
Oh, that would work.
this thing
It's
knows
screwed and
Phoenix
make it one.
intimately, so I almost feel like her being there is bad.
We don't. This place wasn't made for it. It is very much hostilely taking over the facility, so we don't know the extent of its control.
Can
It's also
Can
being
him-
controlled
seduce the AI? Sweet talker
Oh.
one.
Probably.
Okay.
But might not be his type.
Where's my bard
You
when I
don't
need him?
know that.
And that's how Clockwork Souls were born.
That would be fitting.
All right, cool. You here? I have a bag of chips. Me and Cheetos. They're crunchy.
Hey,
Hello.
I just had that
Jealous.
one earlier.
Well, let's go ahead and do roll call real quick. Esherid,
Present.
Nim,
Everyone's favorite.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
Zig,
Here.
Godric,
Scared half to death.
Saoirse.
ready to roll.
Excellent. So as you're in front of this AI, and I don't have a map for you yet, not to get into the installation. As you're in front of this thing, it says what it says. Welcome to installation 97. We're currently in the middle of a hostile takeover. How may I help you?
Godric would have jumped, literally, like, scared cat vertical in the air, generally not very scarable, like he's very stoic, but he was not fucking expecting a voice to come out of that thing. So he like gathers himself and would just turn and look at his captain and like shrug his shoulders like, what do we say?
Yeah, Phoenix was gonna look to Captain before saying anything, since Captain likes to be in charge.
We were sent to deal with we were told about a hostile takeover, so I guess we found the right place. What's the extent of the takeover at the moment?
Installation 97 has exactly 7 floors lent to a new host. This host is not meant to control this facility.
We
Currently,
would like to remove control of the facility. Oh.
no, it just resets whenever you talk, as if it's like program. It has programmed responses.
Let's finish.
It resets again. No. So it says currently there are 3 primary floors it favors. The energy cables, which are locked behind a vaulted room full of lasers, and its own power grid, equally locked behind lasers. But the destinations are very different. What's guarding them, that is. They're no longer under our control.
If this entity were to be removed of control, would both areas need to be removed from it, or only one?
Either of these areas will lead to the mothership room, where the creature is currently having itself to take over the facility.
Great, I think you broke it, Godric.
Rebooting. Hello, welcome to Installation 97. You're currently in the middle of a hostile takeover. How may I help you?
We need to remove this creature from control of your facility. Can you help guide us?
Stand clear of the opening doors. The doors open up, and it's just a dark ass room with a lot of empty space. There's an elevator. Everyone, please board the elevator. I will take you down to the next level, skipping all inactive levels.
Ooh, first class ticket. Look at that.
Friends, how do we know that this thing is on our side?
These machines follow codes, laws. It's very much in control of this place, and as it said, it's being taken over. I'm running on the assumption that it very much does not want this to happen. We're its only golden ticket.
Nim walks into the elevator. Well, if you'd like to take the stairs, you could be my guest.
Everyone load up.
All right. As you all load up, they play you some complimentary music.
Nice.
What is this litany? Something from the before times? This
Way
alien
before time.
churn.
It's
I don't know, it's got
horrible.
a pretty good beat to it.
You're thinking of rhythm. Beat is a more fixed idea.
I wouldn't say this one has rhythm either, but it's something other than having to listen to Nim talk. Nim's just over there jamming.
The trip is about halfway through. You guys still have a chance to engage each other, unless you're all just chilling to the beat.
I feel like Godric is just staring daggers at Nim. This music is like grating on his poor cat ears, and Nim is just like over there rocking out.
Inside the facility, we are likely to find perhaps more of those beasts. Unfortunately, I do not think we can spare the time to disable each and every one of them. I hope this poses no
Currently-
problems.
I think those might be the least of our concerns.
Disabling it
Understanding
was
it
certainly
14.
quicker than killing it.
For me,
Yes,
anyway.
but Phoenix can't be there at every turn. I suppose if it must be done, it can, but
Permission
don't point
to
at Astrid.
interject here.
Granted.
My name is Io. I'm the installation controller left on what is referred to as autopilot. As I'm understanding yourself, you're concerned about the hibernated spear implementations deaded into the creature's cores, otherwise known as sap. In any case, there are no living organisms in this space save for a single creature.
Is that creature the hostile?
Its relation to you is unknown. It is not a part of the takeovers team, but it does not necessarily mean it's part of yours. It is identified as an mind flayer.
There's one that lives?
This one lives, but is relatively injured.
Where is it located?
In the power grid floor, to which we will get you to the closest location to it, it is hidden in a room. However, since I still have the primary control over the surveillance of the facility for now, I have been locating it and tracking its movements. It's attempting to get itself into what is called a factor tank in order to regenerate its missing limbs, taken off from it from a floating mechanical head classified as the Peacekeeper.
When we reach its location, is there a intercom inside that room?
If I'm still in control of myself, I can rework and access voice box that should allow you to communicate with the other creature on the other side.
If doable, I would like that to happen.
Excellent, excellent. The room you're going to go into is extremely hostile. Lasers are about to provoke themselves. But I do hope you enjoy your stay here at Installation 97.
Can you play this music throughout the installation?
Absolutely.
Please no!
No,
Please
you're
no!
Conflicting orders.
This is the commanding officer of the team. That is a negative. We can play it on the way out if we need.
Confirmed.
Buzzkills.
I need Godric at full strength.
The elevator finally sets down and the door is open. And as you guys go into the next room in the same marching order you offered on the first map, this is what you immediately see. So initially when you're first leaving, the IO says to you, these are one of the hostile levels. Unfortunately, my communications on this level will be null and void. But the moment you get past it and deactivate the laser field, I should be able to reconnect. In the meantime, good luck.
Oh boy.
You guys are now in here, and the music, as commanded, stops. Back to just hearing mechanical bits and bops.
And Nim's humming version.
Oh, we
No.
heading down, so we're backwards, right?
Oh shoot, yeah, you guys are the opposite, yeah. Copy pasta, you failed me. Yeah, this is technically how you entered, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you for that. So, in this room, it's pretty bland. There's a lot of mechanical bits and bobs, but nothing relevant. There's a door in front of you, and literally when you get within 5 feet of it, Ashrid and Godric, it opens. You can see mist spewing out into the room, cleansing it. Decontamination. Please advise.
Before Astrid goes in, she holds up a hand, and you see on the techno armor a visor appears over her face, and on the visor there are 17 dots of light, which each light up, and she will benefit from the second level spell See Invisibility.
So we both have See Invisibility. Does that work on lasers? What do we see in here?
You just hear an automated message saying to decontaminate. It looks like it's a midsection before you get into the deeper portions of the facility. But as you do turn on your invisibility sight, there's nothing you see in this initial room.
So we're just all being scaredy cats, and this is like not even, like we're not even to the haunted house yet. We're just all scared outside.
Well, it's unfamiliar territory, so you're just being cautious, I suppose.
Yeah, and it does benefit for 1 hour, so as long as whatever we encounter invisibility for is within the hour, I will have it active.
Saoirse does flip over Godric into the room. Come on. We're the agile ones, so we'll lead the way.
Decontamination. Stay clear of the closing doors. As the doors close with Zig and Shadowwolf on the other side, you just get hit by a mist, a gust of wind, followed by a mist, and a steaming. And I'm all out of sound effects for you. The other side opens.
It's not quite the hot bath I was hoping for, but it'll have to do.
I'm happy 2 of you have that special shite, because before anyone responds to his witty comment, our 2 people with the See Invisibility up do in fact see the lasers, which I'll now present to you. Of course, the rest of you, if you don't have those suit functions, don't see this. Continue.
Astrid, if knowing Saoirse, our captain, doesn't have it, she will hold up a hand to prevent her from proceeding, and she'll look over to her. The lasers appear to be active in the next room.
She kind of makes a bit of space for Esther and Godric. I can activate mine if need be, but do you want me to go in with you, Godric?
No, perhaps we should have others behind in case something comes from another direction. Perhaps I can try to deactivate them so we can all... Is that what we're shooting for, Captain? Deactivation?
Correct.
I was gonna look for a control panel, but I can't see the lasers, so if you can find one, I'd be happy to get to it.
Can Phoenix look in here and kind of point Godric in the right direction of like what looks like where they're like coming from or where he should go? He's not tech illiterate, but he's not like tech savvy. So he would say, just a bit forward, come where I am. Tell me if you can see where I need to go.
She's gonna look around, see if she can find anything that looks like a control panel, probably on the other side of the room.
Likely a safe bet.
Investigation.
Come on, dice.
Yes, you do see it.
Other side of the room, just on the side of the other doors. Kind of like where we're standing, but way over there.
I see it.
Well,
Thank you, little one.
If you can see the lasers, you can just walk past them. can't you?
Yeah, but you can't, dum-dum.
As you say
I
dum
can't.
dum, the door just closes behind you.
I didn't say. Dang it.
Decontamination, please.
Shower number 2.
As it opens up, expecting you had to have all exited the decontamination room. But of course, there's not a lot of room in that other room.
Ooh, don't go.
Shadow
Don't
Wolf
go.
will nudge Zig.
Come on, Zig. The water's fine.
It's not like you couldn't use another one. Maybe we can get. Oh yeah.
Same process, a nice steam bath. It decontaminates you, and then the door opens back up. But never both
Ooh,
doors.
that's
I
like
guess
this week.
something you would notice that both doors never are open at the same time.
Hmm.
So
If we exit through the same way, it might pose a problem or the bottleneck.
Astrid, the laser grid, is there a ceiling limit to it? Or is it all the way through?
It's a matrix of lasers. It's not just like a solid laser wall, right?
yeah, there's a matrix of it.
It is like a barrier, like a weaver's loom. Many strands run across. It is high. I do not think you'll be able to fly through it blind, Captain.
Right, Astrid, guide us to a safe position where those of us without the sight can hold. She immediately kind of weapons up.
This machine just looking at you if it's in a little red dot beeping on it.
We say you've seen the control panel. What happens if you shoot it?
Unknown. I would rather get it disabled. Alright, it's returning.
All right,
I'll
as
watch that way.
about 10 seconds, 15 seconds after it leaves, you can hear the facility go, activating anti-magic grid.
Oh, come on!
The entire room is under an anti-magic field.
I hate this place already.
Lights are off.
Do the relics still work?
Yeah, the relics still seem to work.
Does my ancestral rage still work though?
When you're raging, yeah. Yeah.
Are artificer infusions count as magic?
Yep.
Darn.
Alright, Godric, let's make this quick.
You can acrobatics through this web of lasers if you want. It's a real tight squeeze.
Yes. I was mostly looking. Do Fang Fauna have any special vision abilities? Like, do I have dark vision or anything?
I'm not sure. I have to look at the faint faunas, but
I don't think so.
I think most
As
of
a
the
panther,
beasts
you
don't.
would think so.
You would think so, but I didn't see it on the sheet, so we'll just go with no.
I from behind, I tap you on the shoulder with my hand and say, I would like my book after all this is said and done, but for now, you've got this.
Godric is used to Nim asking for his books, and Godric never admits that he always has one.
So, Nim tries it, and he's like, what's going Oh, this damn magic is freaking... I hate this place.
Okay, if one of you stealthy people can get me over to that control panel, I can try to dig these down.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't know how, like, I think I can get over there maybe with acrobatics. I don't know how I'm gonna get you over there. But let's, I guess, start with me getting over there.
So when you step forward, you can see that the lasers all rearrange briefly. They all, literally all of them shift.
Okay.
The
I
other side, Phoenix will guide you and instruct you from over here.
Oh, wow. That one got close. Sorry, that's player, not Phoenix. Phoenix has no idea. She's standing there impatiently.
Okay, so I feel like Godric is just tuning out. He's got a headache from Nem's incessant singing, humming, but he's gonna try and tune it all out. He's just focusing and watching where the lasers are moving, trying to just pinpoint exactly where the holes are, and he's gonna start moving. And damn it, Nem, this is your fault.
Sure. You go through the first segment and the lasers rearrange, and when they do, you get slightly clipped by the first one, delivering to you 17 force damage.
Godric, fall back. Okay,
Those hurt, Captain, quite a bit.
reposition. I've got this.
I think you're supposed to avoid those.
Phoenix, take position so you have sight on the field. Godric, Estrid, make sure that Phoenix isn't caught accidentally by any of them. She's gonna activate her vision field.
One thing quick is that as a rogue, you should have more skills. You only have 3 skills, Godric.
My proficiencies?
Yeah.
As a level 8 rogue, you should have like 7 of them.
Yeah, you should have a lot of skills, including acrobatics. We're gonna assume that we'll worry about 2 or 3 more, but we're gonna assume you at least have proficiency in that. Let's toggle that on. You did successfully use your expertise in medicine. So that would make your roll with 3 more onto it.
12, yeah.
Yeah, 12. Okay, it's still not enough, but you do have a +6 when you make your rolls.
Good to know, thank you. I'll look at that.
No, you're good. Now, with the +6, do you still try to take over Saoirse, or do you want to give them another try?
Nah, I got it. I will use one of my inspos for this. So, if I try to activate my field, does it seem like it's able to activate? Okay. My see invisibility.
Yeah, because it's not actually casting the spell; just duplicates it.
Just wanted to ensure. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my inspos for this and make the. Basically, I'm just using my ability to kind of fly around and just kind of. I'm almost like finding like the space in between where I can make a straight shot through, and then just like kind of make a burst with my flight. Better.
The 15 gets you here. You make another check to continue, but you do have an open thing to this bot who's just doesn't do anything. He just looks at you.
Okay. I'll make another check. Give it another go.
You think it's going to be a series of checks, even if you do really good,
Yeah.
like a segment challenge.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll flat this time.
You still advance, but you take some damage. Okay. 21 force. And then it kind of boxes you in after it touches you. When I say box, I mean perfectly. From the bottom to the top, the lasers cut off you.
Could I use my reaction 5 feet to dodge out of it as it tries to do that?
Acrobatics to try to just sweep out before it goes. You would just get burnt and forced into place for another 11 damage. It's 13 not enough to clear it. It's a 15 DC.
Phoenix kind of goes back towards the front, trusting Astrid would stop her if that was a dangerous spot. Godric, is there anything on this side that is letting out lasers? Maybe I can disrupt a beam somehow, at least make there be less players on the field.
They do seem to be coming from the corners closest to us.
Phoenix is gonna look around to see if she notices any gadgets moving since the lasers are repositioning, if she could find anything that's moving and figuring out that that's where it's coming from.
All right, give me another investigation. As you kind of look around and scan the room in general with your 15, on top of that, you suspect that these spots in their red little beacon that's shining stuff is manipulating these lasers. As for the shut off, there's just one box to do that.
That's on the other side.
Correct, yeah.
She's going to do it slowly so people could say, "What the hell are you doing?" or stop her if they want to, but she wants to try to shoot the sentry over here with the crossbow.
Sure.
As soon as she pulls it up, Nim's gonna grab her from behind. What are you doing? The captain's in the middle of a laser field.
Hey, Captain, the sentry over there, I think it's the one controlling the lasers, or at least part of a vast network sending information back to whoever's controlling the lasers. Perhaps if we can take out one of the sentries... Oh, ow. It will make the game a little bit easier for us.
How do you know they won't just turn them all on?
Or would you rather stand around here twiddling your thumbs? That was at Nim, not at Captain.
Don't use my logic against me.
Godric, Phoenix, Nim, prepare for a coordinated attack.
Nim kind of holds his hands up to his eyes like, yeah, sure.
No magic is a problem for the sorcerer's coordinated attack.
Do you not even have a backup?
Have I ever needed a backup?
You always need a backup, you fool. Alright. Godric, Phoenix, prepare for a coordinated attack. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
My crossbow is actually a 24 because the infusion is gone.
Dagger goes flying. Crossbow goes into it. Roll your damage. Okay, what is Godric's damage?
I'm hoping to use this moment as a chance to, if I see any change to the grid, to make a roll for it.
Give me another acrobatics as some of the lasers do light up.
Better.
Make it over here. The other machine sees the other one get destroyed though.
She'll position her rifle and call out 3. Calling for a second volley.
Sure, make it. It's just watching you. You see its light beeping. Boop, 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 boop.
It's 15. I don't know if that hits.
It does. It was on its way to slice you with the laser, but it stopped right as it gets destroyed.
So she'll make the last push to get to the other side.
Go for it. You succeed.
Some decent rolls. Looking at the terminal that was pointed by Phoenix, is it clear to me how the it is shut off?
And it's just a bunch of buttons, so it'd be anyone's guess.
Is it a clear set of pin pad, or is it just a set of buttons?
Just different colored buttons. So you kind of see in the map, they got like yellow, blue, and green and stuff. It's not numbered.
We'll position ourselves so there is a clear visual from this corner, and she'll direct Godric to guide Phoenix to have a line of sight to direct me. Get over here, Phoenix. I want you to see this and see if you can, from where that is, to figure out which button needs to be hit.
I'm over here across the room. I'm not a miracle worker.
Yeah, you can go. Well, if she moves, the things are gonna change. She can't really get any closer.
There's the clear spot right in the right corner.
Are they still moving?
Yeah,
Must be another sentry somewhere. Or I was wrong, the sentries do nothing.
Definitely weakened it.
I'm gonna walk. You tell me when to stop.
One more than hold.
stop.
Okay, this close to the control panel, does any of it look familiar, like anything I've practiced on in the past?
I don't think you practiced on the past, but if you can get a good enough thinker's check, you could figure it out right now. But there's also that little smell of a stinge in the air as a piece of your hair is touched ever so slightly on the laser, singeing it.
Damn it. Alright, so Tinker's Tool check.
Yeah, which pad do you want to do? It's right now it's anyone's guess, but there's one pad here, and then there's in the far corner.
Oh, well, we'll do the one that's next to me.
Okay, go for it.
Watch out! She calls out. Not made to this thing. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
So you tinker around for a bit, and then you realize that there is you could probably short circuit it, but it's not a control panel, so you wouldn't ever be able to control the lasers. But you think it's 50-50. Now that you've gotten to the solution, you can either make it worse or better, but it's literally 50-50.
It's always the red wire. Cut that red wire, short circuit it.
D20, get above a 10.
God.
That's level 10.
Listen. Oh,
There's no way is the red wire.
As you literally just make it malfunction the old-fashioned way, cut the red wire. The room is now safe to enter.
Phoenix held her breath during that.
Alright, quick.
Zig's gotta ask Phoenix, what was that?
No talk, move!
Okay, move. I'm moving. Yes, Captain.
Phoenix, open the door quick.
Activating facilities defenses in 10, 9, 8, and then you make your
defenses.
make your check, Phoenix, to try to get into the elevator.
Oh man.
Use
7,
advantage.
6, primed and ready. 4,
Hold advantage.
you tinker, and as it says 1, and you can see that the floor panel in the middle room begins to open. The elevator opens, and there's a sentry inside.
Oh, shoot that thing. Whoops, not advantage. It didn't go on for earlier.
The 15 hits it, And as
Well,
you,
but I don't have an infusion, so it's 14.
there's a 14 in it? Yeah, it still has 12 AC.
Okay.
So when your attack hits it, two things. Something in the middle of the room is starting to spew. You have two options here. Are we going to fight this thing, or are we all pushing into the elevator right now?
Pushing in.
Okay, so
If
everybody
it's
pushing in
if it's
from behind.
gonna be trouble, I will run in and stab it. But
yeah. It won't be an issue, but if you guys wait any longer, it will be. So you guys can all get into the elevator if you're going to go down. Anyways, you do shoot the sentry. It's not destroyed. After it takes we got to see what damage Phoenix is doing. Does it get destroyed? No, it doesn't. Okay. As it gets hit for the first bolt and all of you funnel into it, it immediately begins to try to communicate with you. It's massive bolts spitting into it as it falls to the ground. It's me, Io.
Oh no! Phoenix is gonna run over to it, try to fix it. This is a freaking roller coaster.
Someone's got a happy trigger finger.
Why?
Sorry. She's tinkering on it, trying to fix it.
Zig's gonna look down at Phoenix. You know this thing?
I said it's Io. That's the thing that's been talking to us.
Clearly she's not smart.
So as you try to repair it, you can certainly do some stuff as you go down the elevator, and because it automatically set up the function, elevator music.
Yes.
Oh god.
Although her go-to would be mending like she does on Jenkins, but that takes a minute, so...
Also, mending only applies to the battlesmith, but it does not heal constructs.
Gotcha, okay.
But you do repair it enough to put it into a workable state after about halfway through the journey. Machine tells you, this is my body. I've been placed into a sentry. I should be able to get you past any future security doors. If I'm not destroyed, it starts beeping hectically as it looks at Phoenix.
Sorry, we had to take out other ones that look like you so we could cross the room. I just assumed. My apologies.
It is a fair
It's
assumption.
It's okay, little one. That's kind of her default reaction.
Thankfully for you, I haven't had to do it with you.
Zig's gonna look over at Nim and just kind of cock a brow and say, not the time.
We're in the middle of a closed room. I mean,
Yeah, but did you think about the simple fact that we're in here and because of her help?
well, I mean, she maybe did get lucky figuring out how to disable it, I guess.
Like you could do it anyways. I mean, I noticed all your magic didn't work, correct?
So?
So it's not like your magic could have fixed this. That's why she's here, to help.
Io, is there anti-magic fields on the next level we're going to?
Negative. Its primary function is to guard the entrance. The feature that requires it is too power intensive to work on every single level.
Nim, does your power work in here?
Does the anti-magic field work in here? It should not be activated. Yeah, Nim, you would feel your magical sparks if you try or whatever.
I just hold up a little flame in my hand as I look at Zig. Yep, I think it's good now.
Cool. That Phoenix is going to take her wrist and tap the strap of her glove to her temple. She is casting enhance ability on herself. Doing Fox's cunning to have advantage on intelligence checks for the next hour, as long as I can keep concentration.
Excellent. As you guys are going to the elevator, it gets to the bottom floor, and Io tells you, welcome to Installation 97's Power Grid Control System, the heart of the facility. On this level, you will discover enforcers and procs that I have no control over. If I'm not destroyed, I'll be able to get you through doors. You'll also have access to the battery of the entire facility, the power grid. Finally, the Mind Flayer is harbored on this level as well. This is only one floor above the Metal God. Any questions?
How far in is the Mind Flayer?
He's right beyond this door. The elevator door opens up. Mind Flayer turns around, lifts his hand up. All of you feel strange. And that's where we'll end the session.
No.
I'm sure he just wants to talk. That's what they're known for, right there. Great hospitality.
Yeah, strange
yeah.
like good. We feel so welcome. That's how
Listen,
good
I
we
am
feel.
more than willing to use a Mind
I
Flayer to our
didn't come
advantage
down
against
into the
people.
pits of hell to feel high, okay?
As
probably
long as
should
the
have been-
music is still playing, then it's okay.
I should have been positioned
That
more
means
toward
we
the
are in
center.
hell.
I think
Yes.
Nim and Zig are unfortunately outside my aura protection. Oops.
Or what?
Oh, Nim and Zig are unfortunately slightly outside my aura protection. I should have been more toward the center of the elevator. Whoops.
Well, in any case, we don't know what's going to happen. Of course, the creature probably assumes you are its enemy. Whatever that is, will resolve next week. As for the stream, I want to thank you all for viewing episode 2 of Vanguard's Vengeance. I'm sure next week's final episode of the series will be awesome. Everyone say goodbye to the stream.
I stream.
Bye.
Take care of your
You're
manticores.
dismissed.
All right, it's your boy Falcon, and I'm flying out.